All right, it is the day after Easter. Always a great time for detox because we just had a $60 billion candy holiday. And I know some of you have made really good choices and some of you ate some of the kids' candy. So it's okay. We're going to fix all that. So welcome tonight. So we're going to do a 5-day flash detox. All right, I'm going to spoil this for you now. It's technically 9 days because we're going to continue the GI Adsorb. But it's a great way to kind of get started. And you have enough in your kit to do two more flash detoxes. We do a second one in July and we do another one in October. So if you at any time go on vacation and you come back and you're like, ugh, I can't wait to do that, then I'm going to do it now. You are welcome to do that. You'll have enough to do two more detoxes. So we'll do July 7th and October 6th. So keep those in your mind. And I did this because in the past, when I did 10-day detoxes, I'd get a couple people do a 10-day here and 10-day there. And the whole idea is to keep you on the wagon so that you don't fall off the wagon, drag it into the woods, set it on fire, and buy cupcakes with that insurance money. So here we go. So I want you to try a little intermittent fasting. Try a 14-hour, 10-hour, 14-hour fasting, 10-hour feed. I like to shift to two larger meals and do a protein shake in between. Remember, you want to do a 2-to-1 ratio for your vegetables to your fruit. You want to eat more vegetables to help increase fiber and antioxidant levels. And then we want to throw a mixed green salad in with your lunch and your dinner. Try different vegetables with a variety of color. Each category provides different nutrients. And remember, the difference between fruit and vegetables is only the sugar. So when I have a patient that's doing this as a kind of a weight management kick start again, I have you watch the fruit to the sugar. So it's 2-to-1 ratio, two vegetables to one fruit. And really, I prefer you just to limit your fruit to your shakes and stay more berry heavy than any other fruit. And water. Remember, we are very 75% of our muscles are water, so we need to drink a lot of it. And when we do detox, we do eliminate through urine and through feces and through breath. So it's really important to make sure you maintain a lot of water to help process this. So let's get started. So look at your kitchen today. Some of you are ready to start. I know, go for it. But you want to clean out the foods that are not on your food list. So look in your refrigerator. Anything with high fructose corn syrup or partially or hydrogenated oils, all those need to go. Any foods that have any refined sugars, fats, and carbohydrates. So you want to stock your pantry. So vegetables, I'm okay with any vegetable. I'm okay if they're frozen vegetables. I prefer you not to use canned. Fruits, limit them to berries. And in the email, I did send out the berries are here and they are a delicacy. You can get them fresh right now and then frozen for later. So also, I want you to work on some lifestyle changes. And the important thing being definitely sleep. Sleep is something that I don't want to say I struggle with. I try to get as much as I can. I normally wake up early, but when I can maximize my sleep, man, it does a body good. It does your brain good. It's really helpful as we age as well. Not sitting for long periods of time. Stretching breaks are really important. So if you have a job where you sit a lot, that's something you want to think about. If you're retired and you're sitting a lot, you want to think about that as well. Be more active. You can do yoga, walking. If you want to do some meditation while you stroll, that's great. Strength train, really important. And anything you can do to keep moving. So you need to do something every day for a minimum of 30 minutes. You sit for an hour or two, so 30 minutes should not be that hard to do. All right, so here's how we do the protocol. It's a little bit different than we do it when we do the 21 day. So days 1 through 5, you're going to do SP Cleanse, 5 capsules twice a day. You're going to do the green food, 5 capsules twice a day. You're going to do the Gastrofiber, 5 capsules twice a day. And then the GI Adsorb, you're going to take that at night, 4 capsules with a full glass of water. We take that before bed, and you want to take it 2 hours away from any medication that you're taking. GI Adsorb is powerful enough to pull that away. So however you want to do your 2 times a day, you decide that. I'm trying to make it flexible so it's not such a pain to do. After the 5 days, you'll just continue the GI Adsorb for 4 more days. And the only thing I ask you to do is just to continue eating the same way for the next 4 days. You don't have to take any of the other supplementation. You'll be done with that, but you'll continue the GI Adsorb because when we push the body to do a detox, we're making it work a little bit harder. And so we want to be able to clean up that mess. After that week, we're still detoxing. So we want to continue taking the toxins out. So here's a sample plan. If you want to do animal protein or without, it doesn't matter on this. You don't have the 21-day. Remember, it's the first 10 days, no animal protein. That's not this. These 5 days, you can have animal protein. I have patients who choose to do some plant-based, and that's fine. But let's get a little bit of animal protein as well. So this gives you a nice idea of how you can do that. A shake in the morning with your some spinach or kale, some frozen berries, some pumpkin seeds. You can have a salad with your vegetables and make your own dressing. They're so easy to make. I mean, an avocado dressing you can cut it up and actually massage the avocado into the salad, and it's just delicious. You can have another protein snack a protein snack in form of a shake in the mid-afternoon. Dinner, you can do some veggies with your protein, your animal protein, and then you can have another shake in the evening. So that gets your 3 shakes in. If you're full, it's okay. You don't have to have the last shake. But I have some patients that start this and they feel like they're not going to be able to make it if they don't have enough food. So you can have up to 3 shakes a day. And what I would say in order to maximize your protein, I would just split the difference in the shakes and make 2 bigger shakes, like the scoops you would use in your 3rd shake, split between the shake 1 and shake 2. And so here's a sample meal plan with animal protein, very similar, except you're having animal protein. So enjoy it. If that's what works for you, it gives you the flexibility. So we'll go through this whole list. On the back of your detox guide or the second page of your detox guide, on the first part, you can see the fruits that you can have, your protein sources, and I would like them to be wild caught if it's fish, free range for the eggs and the chicken or turkey. The red meat, I'd like it for it to be grass fed and grass finished. I would also like wild game. That's fine, but you have to be careful with wild game because a lot of hunters put corn out to bring the deer in, and that corn is not. It is genetically modified corn, so we don't really want to eat that. Remember, you are what they ate, so keep that in mind. That's why I try to push to get a little bit better control of your protein sources. We use moinkbox.com. There's Noble Roots Farm is local to here, and you can get some meat from there that is grass-fed, grass-finished. I think there's a butcher shop in Mount Dora. You can do that in organics. There's a couple different places you can get that kind of source. Groveland has another farm, so they're grass-fed, grass-finished, and so we have resources available to you here in town. So your beverages are your shakes, and you can do just a plain shake. I mean, oftentimes I would just do almond milk and the shake powder, and I put the milk and the shake powder in first with the ball, and then add some ice cubes and then shake it up. So that makes it super simple. That way you can do it on the fly. If you want to take the time and do a blender shake, that's fine as well. I've done enough shakes in my life that I just feel like the blender bottle is easy enough for me to do. And then, you don't have to limit your caffeine on this, but you can't have your fancy creamers and no sugar. You can put monk fruit or stevia in it. If you want to use a little organic whipping cream or make a bulletproof coffee, I'm okay with that. If you want an option for decaf, we use the No Fun Joe. You can order that on Amazon. It's a Swiss water decaf, but it's not necessary to drop your decaf like we do in the beginning of the year. This is really just a quick 9-day, get it back into shape, get you back on the wagon, get you back in the saddle again. You can have your herbal teas. Green tea is fine, even though it has caffeine. You're not having to decrease caffeine on this 5-day flash detox. Organic coffee, that's a better choice than regular coffee. I am a coffee snob and I do have an Nespresso, so you can get organic with that, and that's what I do. Your oils and your fats, you want your butter to be grass-fed, not the cows that make the butter are grass-fed. Coconut oil, as long as it's organic and expeller pressed. You can flaxseed oil is another thing you can use. Your oil and your cider vinegar only dressings, that's fine. But be careful that your oil is a extra virgin olive oil or a coconut oil or an avocado oil. Make sure that extra virgin olive oil is important because that's the best of the first squeeze, and that doesn't have any of the bad stuff in it. So, and we want to make sure you have enough oil in a day so you can have 2 teaspoons, 3 to 4 servings a day, which keeps you satiated. Remember, our brain is made of fat and it needs fat to support it. Our organs need fat to support it. And if you eat too many carbohydrates, that's what makes you hungry. So it's the fat that keeps us satiated. And then macadamia nut oil, get it, cold pressed. Sesame oil, as long as it's cold pressed. Sunflower, as long as it's, organic and cold pressed, I'm okay with that. Or expeller pressed, you'll hear. But anything that's hydrogenated or partially hydrogenated is not permitted. And then, I mean, if you can't find a vegetable or two here, there's something wrong. So you've got plenty of choices here. Starchy vegetables, I do kind of limit those because, if I could told you you'd have sweet potatoes, then you may just eat sweet potatoes all day long. And that's a little heavy, carb heavy, even though there's good fiber in that. But this gives you a nice place to look at stuff and, pick out what you want to. I try to keep the flexibility because I'm like, if this is a 5 day flash broccoli fat, detox, and you don't like broccoli, then we're out of, we're in trouble there. So this gives you anything you want to use, and that will be super helpful. All right. Legumes and pseudo grains, so black beans, green beans, and peas. Limit your half a cup, to half a cup cooked per day, especially if you are on a weight management program. If you're at your goal weight or you're at a weight that's comfortable for you or your ideal body weight, you can have more if you want. Just know that they're very carb heavy and there is protein in them, but it's not an extreme amount of protein. I mean, I think a half a cup of black beans there's 130 calories, but you only get 8 grams of protein out of that. So keep that in mind. And then the rest of these things you can make stuff with. You can use them in recipes. Limit your sweeteners to, I mean, monk fruit and stevia. If you want to use dates, that's okay, but just be mindful. They are very sugar heavy. So if you want to use a little bit in a recipe, fine. So you have all these choices on that second page of your detox guide. And this is why we do this. I should just change this to Peeps and chocolate and all that kind of stuff that we had yesterday, or the honey baked ham and all that. So we're just inundated with all these chemicals, and that really loads up our system. 800 million pounds of herbicides used per year, and we're eating those foods that it was used on. And even the industrial chemicals that we see, I mean, they're found in adults that are not even employed where that exposure takes place. So that's what's telling you that it's in the foods. So it affects your health by many reasons. It can affect your sleep, it can affect your GI tract, it can affect your weight gain, food cravings, and mental clarity is reduced, and also libido is reduced. We have all this exposure to all of these chemicals, secondhand smoke. I know most of you don't smoke, but secondhand smoke, preservatives, additives, pesticides, insecticides. If your neighbor sprays their yard, you're getting that whiff of that. So be mindful of all these things. Your personal care products. I mean, they're inundated with chemicals, so make wise choices. There are ways you can substitute some of them. I mean, we can't live in a bubble, and I understand that, but you can make better choices and do little changes at a time. That's the key. So, a reminder, we have 3 phases of detox. Phase 1 is great because it makes the toxins and manages them, but the unfortunate part is it makes them more toxic than they were to begin with. So phase 2 then comes in, and this is where the SP cleanse is really powerful because the Spanish black radish helps to initiate that phase 2 at a higher level, which then helps to take those really toxic toxins that happen in phase 1 and then makes them water soluble so they can be eliminated. And that's where phase 3 comes in to be able to eliminate those water soluble toxins. So SP Cleanse, this is one of the key things you're going to be on for any detox that I do. And it has really, really great support for digestion, for kidney, for liver, helps to eliminate the normal toxins, and it has healthy elimination as well. And the key thing in here is this Spanish black radish. And there's research that shows that the Spanish black radish actually does the trick. They challenged the patients with acetaminophen, and they could show that it cleared while using Spanish black radish. The Veggie Pro vanilla and chocolate, I use this in my 5-day and my 21-day because it's easy to use, it's very tasty, and it makes it for good compliance. So you can add water to it, you can add almond milk to it. Just make sure your nut milks are not loaded with a bunch of preservatives. Use your shaker bottle if you didn't get one from the office. Come in, we'll give you one. And that's what I prefer to do. Do I make a blender shake? I do, but I'm more likely to do just a shake and go kind of thing. I've done them for so many years. It's just easy. So that when you do that, it's a 4 rounded teaspoons of the either vanilla or chocolate. It's a little lighter and it settles a little bit. So if you shake up the container with the lid on before you open it, it'll fluff it back up. It just kind of settles when they travel with, I mean, when they ship it. So 8 ounces of nut milk or water, or I split the difference between the two. And it has even though I'm saying to do animal protein, but the vegetable protein, the key about this is that it does have the branch chain amino acids. And we get those from the organic pea protein, the pumpkin seed protein, and the sesame seed protein. And that has those branched chain amino acids, which are really exclusive for building muscle. And that's valine, isoleucine, and leucine. So that's really key on that. And it's 17 grams of protein per shake. But if you do like heavy scoops, you're getting 20 to 23 grams in that. So, you're getting a little bit more. And I want you to at least get half your body weight in grams of protein. That's half your ideal body weight. So we'll help calculate that for you. But this will help, keep you satiated. It's great because it has a lot of cellular function and enzyme action. Good for your gut, good for your skin, your nails, your hair. There's no genetically modified ingredients in it, and it doesn't have any artificial sweeteners. It's actually sweetened with monk fruit. And the GI Adsorb, oh man, this has just been the greatest product they came out with. We used to use bentonite clay, but we couldn't get bentonite clay that wasn't irradiated. So Standard Process in their wisdom, when they bring things in that they don't grow on the farm, they run it through a gas spectrometer. And if it has anything in there that they don't want, they don't accept it. So they were finding they just couldn't get bentonite clay, which is very absorbent. So they switched to this clineptolite, which is actually a zeolite, a mineral from the sea. And it's mixed with colsania root, which classically we used for hemorrhoids, but it's really good for normal elimination and some digestive issues. Um, it also supports a healthy gut barrier. So you hear that term leaky gut? This is a great product to support that. So it has chlorella and colsania root and then the clineptolite. But that's where I was saying that this is so powerful that when you take this, if you are taking a prescription medication, just make sure you take it at night 2 hours away from that medication with a full glass of water. And that'll help to increase the elimination and the toxin removal. And SP Greenfood, I mean, if you have kids at home that don't like vegetables, you literally can take a capsule and mix it in anything and give them what they need. This is kale, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, alfalfa. All these things are all organically grown. Liver function is supported with this, antioxidant supported with this. Just cellular health is supported as well. And it just gives those phytonutrients that the body needs to perform all these tasks. So we have a lot of those big top 5 things. I mean, these are things you're not going to go out and eat. You're not going to go out and eat barley grass or alfalfa, but just the power of these products. I mean, if you look at Brussels sprouts and kale, I mean, they support normal growth and division of cells and control metabolism for cholesterol. So we have a lot of beauty in just Brussels sprouts and kale, but can you eat enough of that? And that's why we put it into, a supplement form because it's just easier to maximize the dosage for you. And then Gastrofiber, I don't usually use whole food fiber. It's a great choice. If I have patients that don't want to take it, they can add that scoop to their shake. That's fine, or mix it in with some water. But it helps to soften the stool. It helps to encourage regular elimination. Also helps for your healthy gut. It has a little bit of the probiotics built in there also. Helps to balance blood sugar, also balance your lipid levels. So we're packing a lot of these in here, and fennel is really the key thing in the gastrofiber. It helps to relieve any gas and abdominal cramping. So day 1 through 5, you can have as many unlimited raw organic, if possible, vegetables. If it's not organic, it's okay. Do the best you can. Limit your fruit to your berries. Twice as many vegetables is very, very important. Spring water, mineral water, Swiss water decaf. Remember, I said you can have caffeine. So if you want your regular coffee, I'm fine with that. Maybe try to find an organic uh, label that you can try. You can have monk fruit or stevia to sweeten it, or you can use or you can use your bulletproof coffee, which are your MCT oils and butter, or some organic whipping cream. Technically, organic whipping cream is fat. It doesn't have the lactose in it, so I don't really consider that dairy. I mean, it comes from a cow, yes, but select an organic. I use Organic Valley. Your high quality oils, your extra virgin olive oil, your avocado oil, your coconut oil, just make sure they're organic, expeller pressed, and not hydrogenated. Because you can go down to the grocery store and you can get Luann's coconut oil, and it's very inexpensive and it's hydrogenated. So don't make that mistake. Exercising 30 to 45 minutes a day. I'm happy with 30 minutes a day. Protein, fish, eggs, chicken, lean meat. You can do pork. I'm okay with that as long as it's grass-fed, grass-finished. And it's a really easy regimen. You can make it 2 meals a day. You can make it 3 meals a day. You have the sample plan on the front of your guide there, so you can kind of see how that works. I usually always start a day with a shake. It's just easy. And at home, I may make a shake that has we take frozen kale and frozen spinach and throw it in there with the berries. You don't even taste it, but you get the benefit of the phytonutrients in there. Eating twice as many veggies as fruits. That's my key there. Eat organic as much as you can. You can stir fry them. You can eat them raw. You can roast them. You can saute them. You can lightly steam them. No cans and no dried fruits because they are full of sodium nitrate and they're really concentrated sugar. So you can do frozen. I'm okay with that. Eat from the rainbow and try some new things you've never tried before. So buy local and seasonal. We're just really lucky in Florida to be able to do that. So take advantage of that. Produce is fresher because it hasn't been carted all over from Chile or Mexico to here. And it lasts longer in your refrigerator. And farmers compost, they use natural predators for insect and maintenance. And that's what Standard Process does so well. I mean, they bought all property around to protect from overspray. They have a machine where there are a couple people sit in it and they actually pick weeds that way. And they have bird barriers and bee barriers where they do that. And then they have a whole place where they take all their compost and then repurpose it. We have a hydroponic tower. It's not in action right now. I haven't put it together yet. My source of plant seedlings that moved to Key West, so it's a little more challenging. We have citrus fruit here. We have bananas here, and we grow them without pesticides. Don't have an active beehive now, but when we did, that helped to increase the pollination for the citrus plants, and that all that stuff just tastes better. So your salads can be unlimited fresh vegetables. You can have no pre-made salad dressings. Make your own. I'll give you on your guide, there is a place where you can do that. If you look on the Facebook page, if you're not on the Facebook page, I'll give you the direction at the end. Just go in for an invite, and I'll add you to the group. So you'll look under groups. Make your own. Use some of extra virgin olive oil and some fresh squeezed lemon. You can use your cider vinegars and balsamics, but be careful. Some of them, like when you go to the local oil place, we have one down in Mount Dora. They have some balsamics and they taste really good because they're really loaded with sugar. So be mindful of that. And once again, fruits, half a cup equals a serving. So if you're going to do that, use it just in your shake. If you want to have some blueberries, just some fresh blueberries, I'm okay with that, especially if you get King Grove blueberries because they are amazing. If you haven't tried it, it's worth it. Baby, it's worth it. So once again, no canned or frozen. I mean, sorry, no canned or dried fruits, but frozen is okay. And if you're, like I said, if you're having a blood sugar issue, you're diabetic or pre-diabetic, or you have a weight management issue, you want to stay with those fruits that are lower in the glycemic index, and that would be all your berries. You can do an apple, an orange, but just be mindful that they're a little bit higher. Wait a minute, have I said this yet? Twice as many veggies as fruit. So this is really what helps, especially if you're on a weight management program, or you just need, like I said, get it back in, lose some weight that you gained over the holiday. And then your oils and fats. This is the butter we use. Also, there's a new one that we found called Truly, Truly. It's grass-fed butter. It's a white and a aqua package. You can get it at Publix. So your oils and your fats, serving size is 1 teaspoon, 4 to 7 of those a day, which if you're doing that, that's going to really keep you satiated. Remember, cold pressed, unprocessed, organic, best you can. You have your choices there, and butter from organic pasture-fed cows really tastes much better. I mean, I am known to slice those babies and eat pieces of it while I'm cooking. And then avoid margarine, spreads, corn oils, vegetable oils, canola oil, which we've been told is our healthy oil, are not. They're all trans fats. So eliminate them from your household. If you have bottles that are unopened, I can't even tell you to take it to donate it. Maybe pour it out and see if it'll kill some weeds and recycle the bottle. So remember, butter is better. Beverages, I mean, I'm not going to limit you other than, just take 5 days without any alcohol. Ideally 9 days without alcohol be better. But half your body in ounces of water, your ideal body weight. Nut milk with no added sugars, and use it for the shakes only. Herbal teas, or you can have green tea. If you want to use a decaf, Swiss water, and that means that they decaffeinate it with a Swiss water technique. Most decaffeinated coffees use chlorine to decaffeinate. We used to do that as an experiment when I was in biochem, so organic chemistry. So it is a lot, I'll tell you. So choose your organic sources when you can. And if you're having caffeinated coffee, 1 to 2 cups and keep it before noon. You can do it up to noon, but anything after that is a no-go. It definitely will affect your sleep, and just for brain power and for muscle, it works better just to have 2 cups before noon. And I love these sayings. The beauty of food as medicine is that the choice to heal and promote health can begin as soon as the next meal. And that's why I do this, because I really am passionate about it. I mean, you come to my house, you will see what we have here. All right, first task is making that shake. This is one of my personal favorites. And remember, the replay will be on there, and I believe this recipe is in there somewhere. We'll make sure that it is. But it's just so simple. It's the nut milk, whatever you want, coconut milk, almond milk, hemp milk. I don't care what you use, whatever you like. And if you're allergic to nuts, then you have to make a different decision. You could try hemp milk because it would be not a nut milk. So I do like half of that and half water. I do 4 heavy scoops of veggie pro vanilla. I do some We have individual containers with hemp hearts, chia seeds, flax seeds, and sesame seeds. I'll do a little teaspoon of each of those. I'll put a couple, I'll say half a cup. It's probably not even that good. Just 1/4 cup of frozen mango, and then a handful of frozen kale or spinach, whatever we have. We just put it in the freezer when it starts to go. If we're going to go out of town, we stick that bag into the freezer and just break a piece of it off and put it into the blender. Blend it up, and it's a tasty shake, and it will last you all morning. So if you don't know by now, when in doubt, avoid anything that's not on the list. So if it's not on the list, don't call Marianne and say, hey, can I have, because the answer's going to be no. I've included everything I want you to have in there, including eggs. As long as you get them free range. And I know they're expensive right now. They are a great form of protein and great form of good fat. So, look around and see what local you can get. You don't have to just go to the big box stores. So remember, margins, spreads, corn oil, vegetable oil, safflower oil, sunflower oil that's hydrogenated. Any hydrogenated oils or anything that says trans fat on them, you can't have. So just eliminate those from you're not going to do them after this anyway, so you might as well get rid of them now. No alcohol, and if you're smoking, stop. No other stimulants. No soft drinks. Now this is one that I do, and it's called Nixie. It's a organic black cherry lime. They have a ginger lime, and they have a couple other flavors. They have a strawberry hibiscus, which is really good. I tell you about these things now. I can't get what I want, but use that or any kind of seltzer water. I'm fine with, just as long as it doesn't have sugar. Nuts, beans, and dairies, other than on your grains on your your chart for your food guide, those are the only things you can have. No processed or refined foods. I want you to eliminate any dried or canned vegetables and fruit, and no spam, no spamula. You can't have any cured, smoked, or luncheon meats because they are processed highly. And the sodium nitrate is used in that. And the other thing we use sodium nitrate for is our fireworks. Make your choices wisely. So remember, let me just go over the supplements for the 5-day flash. You 2 to 3 Veggie Pro shakes. Like I said, if you want to do 2 shakes, I would just add the third shake scoops into the shake 1 and shake 2. 5 SP Cleanse twice a day, 5 Gastrofiber twice a day, 5 Green Food twice a day. And however you want to split them up, go for it. I don't have any. The only thing that I want you to do is the 4 GI Adsorb at night before bed with a full glass of water. And you're going to do that for 9 days. So I know it's kind of sneaky that I said 5-day, but really we're doing all those supplements for 5 days and then just the GI Adsorb for 4 more days. And if you want, I don't know how it tastes, but you could add all the capsules and open them up and put them in a shake. I'm not a fan. So Spanish black radish is not my favorite. I mean, I've eaten it, but it's pretty powerful. So not something I want to put in a shake. I'd rather just do the supplementation. I think in doing the supplementation, I think that also helps your brain understand you're doing a process. If you're just doing shakes all day long, then I think the body doesn't know what you're doing. But when you do supplementation, I think it's very powerful for the brain because it knows you are doing something special. And then exercise. You're going to hear me talk about it all the time. Walking is great, but strength training is really the best thing to do, especially for us women that are aging. It releases the myokines, which is brain protective, heart protective, bone protective, lung protective, breast protective, colon protective, and it helps to burn body fat, and it keeps your muscles strong so that if you fall, you don't fracture, or you don't fracture then fall. So super important to add that in. I can't say that enough. So here are a couple other my tips for making this 5-day flash detox successful. Do some massage. We have a lot of local massage therapists here that do lymphatic drainage. Do some yoga. There's yoga classes around. We have third eye yoga available. Breathing, meditation. It can be simple as doing a gratitude list. Do that first thing in the morning and see how powerful that is. Even if I do 10 things every morning. Sometimes it's the same 10 things. But I tell you, it's really powerful, and how that makes you feel after you've done that is even more powerful. And that's where mindfulness comes in. You can do an Epsom salt bath, an infrared sauna, sleep. What a great idea! And remember, sleep should be within an hour. So if your normal bedtime is 8 o'clock, it should be in that between 7:30 and 8:30 that you should be in bed. If you get up at 7 in the morning, you should be that 6:30 to 7:30 range there, and be consistent with that to help build good sleep patterns. And then hydration. You got to drink water to help flush the system anyway, and your muscles are 70 to 75% water. So very crucial to make this a successful 5 days. All right, so your flash detox plan of action is, you can start today if you're ready. So start tomorrow. Go to the 2025 Dr. B's 21-day purification program private group, ask to be invited, and then I will let you in. And we have everything there. If you have questions, you can do that. We manage that and monitor it. We have all the recipes in there. We have workouts in there. We'll put the replay for this in there, and I'll kind of talk you through the next few days. Read the program guide again. Mark your calendar for July 7th and July 6th. It's after the 4th of July holiday and before the candy holiday in October. We'll do the same time, same station. I like to do Mondays at 6:30. It's a great time to start. Sundays has just not been a great day. Mondays is pretty good. If you have any questions, post it on Facebook or email us. And you can just respond to the email that you got when we sent the information out last week. And make sure you have some type of blender for your shakes. I like a NutriBullet. It's easy, inexpensive. You can pick it up on Amazon tonight. And a blender bottle. I like that for just easy blend and go kind of thing, shake and go. Purchase a couple days of vegetables at a time. and buy some fresh and buy some frozen. That way you don't get caught where, oh, I don't have anything. That way you always have something available. And then just make sure you have, chop up some veggies so you have them easy, ready to cook or put on a salad. Cut up a little bit of a fruit ready to go into a shake, like your berries, so that you can have that ready to go. And if you're not going to use it in the shake, stick with your strawberries, berries, blackberries, red raspberries, and your blueberries. All great choices for fruit that are low in the glycemic index. And it's only for 5 days. So it's just enough time to get you back into your great health again. So if you don't take care of your body, where will you live? And I will regret eating healthy today, said no one ever. So keep all these things in mind. We will see you on the Facebook page, and we will make sure that you have everything available to you in this.